Waiting for, where's he at? Hello, Darnell or Darrell. What is he? Sorry, you guys. I was waiting. I think I was pushing the wrong thing because I didn't see who I was looking for. There she is. Oh, she's getting ready. Sorry.
What's up, Mary?
Hello, hello. I was like, I must not be pushing the right thing. I was like, where is she at? But I was like, oh, you so high up, can't see you.
You can't see me?
No, it's more in your ceiling and your cabinet.
Oh, well, that's good. No.
Oh, woo.
Is that better?
Yes, you can see it. There you go. There it is. Come. There you go. Now I can see your face. I can see your beautiful bone structure.
What's
There you
going
go.
on? How are you tonight?
I am well. I'm well. I am sorry I put the wrong time on the flyers, but I think we made. Do you think we should still stick with 6 or is it the 6:30? I don't know.
I say whatever time floats our boat, whatever works for us. Even
But
if
we're
it's 6 and then we get on at 6:30, the people will be there. They got where they going. They ain't got nothing else to do. It's quarantine. They got to
right,
wait.
right,
We
right.
here
And I
to
put the wrong
entertain.
time on the flyer, so. But actually, we was shooting for that time, but then kind of a little difficulties came through. But I see you was like glitching just a little bit. Am I glitching to you?
No. Are you glitching? Am I glitching?
It was at the beginning, but not now. No,
Okay.
no, not
Let
today.
me share this with my people.
All right, let me do the same and get some people's up in here.
Okay. Two queens from a different world.
Yes, indeed.
All right. I'll put join our steak night. Is you still making a steak?
You making a steak? You know I ain't making no steak. I can't even eat no steak.
I will be
You
making
make?
a steak all by myself.
Oh, so you making it? You actually making a steak? That's why you in the kitchen?
Yes.
No, I said, can we postpone that to next week? Because I can't even eat one if I make it. But if you make it one, I can. We can eat it through. I can eat it through the screen. You must have forgot about that part. Told you I can't eat. I can't eat. If I make it, I couldn't eat it. But I wanted to sit and eat and chat with you.
I
Trying to put
thought you
some.
was gonna make it for your boo thing.
Oh no! Well, he went to work, so he couldn't make it from tonight. But I could have made it so he could eat it a bit later. But I told you I wanted to eat with you and sit down and eat and discuss our flavorings of the steaks. But I just can't. I can't until next week. But if you want to eat bake yours right now, we can make. You can make it right now. I can see how you get down in the kitchen, and we can do that again. Don't act like I'm scared to cook. It's just I can't.
I'm about to switch shifts then. Since let me hold on, we gotta switch this shift.
So you don't hey?
Huh?
You ain't gonna cook?
Hell no, not if I'm cooking alone. I don't. I thought this was a dinner date. Girl, this
Sorry.
is a setup. I was ready. Let me get my lip gloss and things and shift everything. Well, at
I
least
was
my
wondering.
coffee's on. You said what happened?
I said I was wondering why you was in the kitchen.
Oh yes, I was ready. But don't. I was late too though. Okay, now we got a regular background. Oh, now I need my high chair.
No.
Or do I? I just need to sit this down. Oh shit!
Oh.
Well, this.
And for those of you that are watching, thank you so much for your patience. This is the second time. Well, the first time we actually really had a podcast after our first show introduction to each other, but on live. So we have, we get things together, get in order. We're learning as we go.
What do they say? Working out the kinks.
Yeah, we're not the kings. And I know we're supposed to be doing a steak dinner tonight, but I can't eat it, so sorry that had changed. But I thought you.
Well, that's okay. 'Cause now I can dive into the conversation more. I know this the
Yeah.
questions that you had and stuff.
Right,
Um,
right.
that you got the questions and stuff. Before we get into the questions, how was your week? What was that like? What'd you give?
Well,
Besides your
my week,
two.
other than my tooth give me a lot of pain, Christmas shopping. That's all it was. Christmas
Oh my
shopping.
God! I went Christmas shopping too, and I don't normally go because I ain't never got the money. And I didn't have no
Yeah.
money this time either. But I went with my cousin. A little change that I only spent like $60 and got a bunch of nice little things. And now I get that the holiday season is more than just the gift; it's the thought that counts. Because
Right,
my gifts was fucking cheap.
right. Hey, the thought, like you said, the thought that counts. They're gonna appreciate it because of that.
So,
Now, are you having Christmas at your house, or are you going to your mother's or somebody else's house?
oh no, I'm going to Bedside Baptist. That's where you sleep in the bed for Christmas. I'm shipping everybody's gifts via US postal mail. Yeah. Everybody's getting a gift card and I'm done.
Oh, see, you not COVID got you in. You ain't not going to go visit nobody, huh?
Not playing no games. I just went out just for yesterday just to get the Christmas gifts, the wrapping paper, and then I got some
That's on,
trinkets
huh?
and little boxes and things to wrap the gifts in. I like to do my raffles for my shows on Tuesday. So I just
Yes,
bought
yes,
some little things.
yes. Now you had a mask on, huh?
I did. Yeah, I got my Truthful Tuesday mask. You gotta we gotta get some masks for our show. My
Yes.
Truthful Tuesday mask.
Okay. All right.
Shakataya, they are on sale, right now.
I'm gonna have to give you one. Let me ship it
Yes,
this way.
definitely. We gotta get two queens of a different world mask. Or just
Yes,
our
get
faces on the
it
mask, bitch. Back to back. What you wanna do?
with that queen, that crown in the middle.
Right,
Yeah.
right, 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 right. Okay, okay. So you had a good week and stuff. Went shopping. What was you about to say though?
Oh no, you go ahead. I'm listening.
Well, that was it. I was just checking, running down the little things, get a vibe what went down during the week and stuff
All
since we
right.
last talked. What you feeling about the show thus far? Like, where we going with it? You
I
excited still?
I got a chance to go back to sit back and watch it from the beginning, middle, and the end, and I'm kind of feeling the vibe. The chemistry between you and I. And I was like, I know there's of course things that I need to work on because I never really done something like this before. But that goes as time goes, it will it will improve. So
Right,
yes,
right.
I think we did pretty good.
I do
So
too.
how you feel about the chemistry last time from the last
I felt,
video?
to be honest, I felt like I was at a reunion, high school
Yeah,
reunion or something.
yeah, because we was catching up. That's true.
Mhm. Yep,
Yes,
and it was. I thought we laughed a lot.
yes, I like. Yeah, and it's always good to laugh. That's the good feeling.
Definitely,
Yes.
especially during this season and everything that's going on and stuff. It's crazy. Are y'all on lockdown? Because we on lockdown up here.
It's more so certain parts of Louisiana because a lot of areas they still have the restaurants, the stores, the bars and stuff still open. Yeah,
Okay. Oh,
but
the
certain,
bars.
yeah, in bars, but you're sitting outside though. You're outside, not inside. Outside. And but certain areas of Louisiana, they kind of got everything shut down. You may have the store because I heard that stores that sell food has to be open because of that because they sell food. Other than
Right.
that, they shut them.
Yeah, and that's
So
like, is it? So I guess it's almost like Florida. Florida is cutting up. They is like
like
partay,
Florida, no,
partay,
it's
like
not like Florida. Florida, they don't care about nothing. They just
nothing.
partying. It's like like somebody told me outside, COVID's there, and let's party. The more you go outside, the more fun we're gonna have, the more money you're gonna make. At the same time, the people that leave Florida and go back home become sick. But
Right.
they go there and gonna have fun and come back home and feeling good. No, mostly from what I've heard, and a lot of YouTube stars, once they went back home, they complained like a week later, 2 weeks later that they caught COVID, and everyone thought they got it from going to Florida.
Hmm.
And so I'm just like they don't wear masks.
Not at all.
They
When I got off the plane, the lady was like, "Oh, thank God I'm home," and she just took off her mask in the airport.
Wait, you went to Florida?
I just got back and remember I did my little tour. I went to Florida, Atlanta, Phoenix. I was supposed to go to Seattle, but they shut everything down by the time I got back to Portland. Said we supposed to be on a quarantine, and so I did my
Oh
last tour here.
yeah, tour, but I know you went to Florida. I know Florida was part of it. Oh,
Yeah, and I never been to Florida. I got to Florida and I was like, "Oh, you guys are
right.
cool." And then I was like, "Oh, why did I even come here and put myself in this danger?" I praise the Lord. I'm safe and alive, and each and can breathe.
Yeah, because they do not care about what's going on with COVID. No
Mm.
mask, having fun and party. That's all they doing.
And even on the apps, I mean, I was on the apps and stuff, but I didn't have nobody come over because I was nervous. But they was ready to mingle. They was ready to get out and get naked.
They don't care. They don't take it as serious until they catch COVID, and then they're like, oh, it's real. Yeah, but you want to catch it to know it's real? No, it's real. Do you see these other stories? You can
Right.
go ask, tell you it's real. If you need to know, it's real.
My best friend's she had COVID, and we had been to Phoenix. Like, I've been 3 times this year. She's been twice, and
Hmm.
she helped invite me to go. Because my dad was dying or whatever, and she was like, "Yeah, I'll drive you. You need a ride. Don't worry. You just somebody who gonna pay the gas. We're gonna get there regardless. We're gonna get there." She was
Right.
down, and baby, even Phoenix was a fool too. They don't like to wear masks. They was
Oh,
hotbeds
they.
down there at one time, huh?
Oh, hold
Yeah,
on, share.
it was a scandal, but we made it through the whole summer going. Well, I made it through the whole summer going back and forth to fucking Phoenix, and ain't got the corona. I thank the Lord. I'm just so grateful by the grace of God.
Right. Ooh,
Because
sorry.
then all of a sudden, then she gets COVID. So I'm like, she told me earlier today. She said I made her feel like a leopard, not a leper, a leper. Uh, like she had some type of illness. Because I was like, oh, girl, you just had the corona. I love you, but I'm not coming over there, girl. And I'm not. I love her dearly, but I'm not.
She has it still, or she had it.
She had it. She got over. She's past her 14 days, her 2-week quarantine thing, and she got prescription stuff and all that. So
Well, I guess you don't want to be around no one, whether they, have it or don't have it. It
we're
just because
supposed to be at
some
home anyway.
people had it, huh?
We're supposed to be at home
The six, the 6 feet. Oh, well, where you at?
anyway. Right. I'm 6 feet. I'm six
Yeah,
feet. Like
right.
a pool length, baby. Pool length 6 feet.
I like your makeup. It's natural, it's cute, and it brings out your bone structure. And I like the shaping of your nose. I wanted to tell you that last time. Your
Oh,
your your your
thank,
makeup, it's cute. I like it. I like how it fits you. I
thank you.
actually like how you do it. That's what.
I've been trying to go back to my old ways and see if I could, paint a little soft, wash face, because I'm with a woman, so I gotta try to paint just as fishy and beautiful, because you got that natural cheekbone, you got a pretty smile too. It's like two queens with pretty smiles, nice full lips and cheekbones and teeth and things. I had to come correct on the show.
Yeah, but your nose is like off the point. Your nose is cute. I say all I see when I'm looking at you is your nose, because the way it's made, it's small, it's long, but it's small made. I don't know how to, if that makes any sense. It's like made long, but it's like tiny. It's cute.
Thank you.
But yes, well, welcome back.
Yes, for those of y'all just tuning in, make sure y'all go ahead and share and like this live. Go ahead and share and like this live. This is our second time doing this. We just thought we'd get together and see what type of power moves the Black Queens could do together.
That's all you can do, especially with COVID. All you can do from a distance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. When it gets better, I would love to come to Louisiana because I've never been.
I think you would love it. You will love it. You will love the experience, all of it. The food, the culture, just to see how it feels going on Bourbon, the waterfront, just see the scenery. I think you'll like it.
And because I met Big Frida already. I met her twice. And so I just was like, I want to see her in her own element. And since we doing our shows and I've been like trying to see what Louisiana is about. So when I can have more questions about on our show about Louisiana, just throw them in there or whatever. But I was watching Big Frida's show and she be cooking. And I was like, oh my God, we're cooking today. But she be cooking every Sunday, I think, or something like that. Say again?
No, so yeah, she be cooking for her friends. I've been watching the show. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, that bitch be throwing down. I didn't know she gets down like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like watching her
show. I actually can see you guys hanging because y'all kind of got the same personality.
Yeah, a couple people say that. Yeah, she is. Yep. Well, I think we're about the same height too.
Mm-hmm. I can see that.
Yeah, she was cool. She she seemed quiet though in person. Like I could say I could agree with what you're saying then because she's flamboyant on the stage, but in a quiet space, she's just quiet and chill. And that's literally me all the way. So yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I'm like Big Frida. Call me little Big Frida sister.
No, Big Frida might be in your inbox. Like, yes, maybe somebody got to me.
Shout out to Big Frida.
Yes.
You already know.
Yes, and she be on all the commercials.
You said what?
I said she be on all the commercials out here. Commercials.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Especially the
commercial I saw with her was with a lawyer.
Huh? Yeah. Is it Juan LaFonta? Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, it is. We got to get some commercials.
All right. Hey, get them views, y'all. Share for it. Share. They're going to throw the commercials in there.
Yeah, y'all need to go ahead and share.
Commercials without no people.
Okay. So speaking of sharing our live, what we got on the topic, the list today to talk about?
Let's see here what I have here. Well, I wanted to ask. I know, huh?
I was just gonna say, I know I wanted to mention something about family because that's kind of been the theme that I've been talking about lately.
Talk about that a lot. You're right. I'm listening.
Yeah, because it's the holiday season, and I think this is a time to always reflect. And I wrote down some things. I don't even got my thing in front of me, but I know that it was like 3 R's: reflect, renew, and something else. But I think maybe rejoice. But I was asking myself, like, what is it that makes people cheerful during the December holiday celebrations? Because Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, and Christmas are always about giving and being cheerful. And my grandma always would be like, you need some lights and you need to be jolly. The house looks so dim. The darkness is in here. Darkness. Get out of this darkness. She likes to put up lights and things. So, what is it that brings on a cheerful type of environment? Is it the presence or ambience of being in each other's company, of forgiveness? Like, say, if you beefing with family, I don't know why I correlate Christmas with beefing with family, but that's what happens a lot in a lot of Black families to me. You come there
Yeah,
and you sort of like the memes that we see on Facebook about Thanksgiving. Somebody talking about, oh, Miss Thing, you had a baby. Where's the baby daddy? And they be like,
right,
okay, are you talking about Uncle and how he was doing so and so, such and such? That's how I feel about Christmas, because that's what Christmas reminded me. You know, when I think of Christmas, that's what it reminds me of. Is you come to read, you look cute at the function, you eat real good, and if somebody try you, you read them.
right. So that's what you guys were doing in your family, you know.
Not my immediate family, but the big family, like the cousins, my grandmother's sisters, or sister and brother's kids.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. It was because, and I was saying, because my aunt was an addict, or is an addict. She's relapsed again. She's back now. So at that time, it for me, I'm just speaking my personal thing. I know some people might be upset and see it differently, but I don't care,
Right,
because as a kid, that's what I remember is from my lens. I felt
right,
like a lot of the times my family dissed my aunt because she was really out there, strung out on drugs. And some of the feelings and emotions that came up about each other's family, individual family, kind of was the focus during Christmas, because you're all there. You get to confront each other. Oh, bitch, you said this. Bitch, you said that. And about you, bitch, ain't nobody on drugs now. So what? Who's on drugs now? And then some
right,
years it's different. Somebody else will be on drugs. And I'll be like, well, wait a minute. Remember, y'all was letting my aunt have it. Look who's high now. Look who's cooking.
right.
And you don't want to be like that. But always
But
towards the end of the year, I try to reflect and be like, what could I do differently? How could I bring joy? And it's just, I don't know. It's just different this year, especially with having a little change to get people something. So
do
when
you
you
think
say,
this year, since you said it's a little different, you think COVID has something to do with it for you?
I don't know if it has something to do with it, but I do think it contributed or added to it. It added to like the depression and stress. For me
Yeah,
this
well,
year, didn't do that. It made me, I don't want to say stronger, but it made me push or fight more. And I
right,
think because my
right,
dad had COVID, so I was pushing for him to live and survive, and he was making it and pushing and overturning 3 surgeries and all that. He was hanging. I was like, all right. I thought I went down there in June. You motherfucker, I thought you was about to leave. You was in a coma. And next thing you know, you out and you trying to leave the hospital. God damn, Superman. But I think all, you know how they say the brain builds extra cells when it's fighting off of something. I think my body built up a lot of cells that had a lot of patience, endurance, and strength, to where it carried on throughout this whole COVID-19.
right.
And now that it's like at a different pace now, it's like every now and then I'll get a little sad, a little down, but for the most part, I'm riding this cheerful thing out. I haven't been sad or like really, really depressed about my dad. But this COVID has definitely affected how I think about different things, going
Oh
out,
yeah, definitely.
protecting myself, and how other people don't even really want to protect other people.
Hmm.
Kind of
Oh
selfish.
yeah,
You really learn who's selfish and who's really like into
right.
conspiracy theories and all that.
Just like, do you see there was a video that was on YouTube of a guy that was going around spitting and saying that he has COVID, and he was spitting on stuff, licking on stuff, wiping his nose with his napkin, and then rubbing it on the shopping carts, the food, and all this, all that. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like you,
Mass.
you must not be dying because you're still out here. So why are you trying to actually be someone that it can be, that can be hard for them and that will may die if they receive COVID because they may, the underlying health issues may come about. Just because you're not been affected by it doesn't mean that you need to go out, try to and purposely try to hurt somebody. And then
Right.
so, but the person was arrested, and several people tried to do it, and they were doing it even though they didn't have COVID. They were just trying to mimic that person and thought it was funny for views. That's not funny. You know what I'm saying? Because you may have COVID and you don't know it, and you can be asymptomatic and don't show no signs, and you playing, but you really hurt people.
Right. And then
That's crazy.
asymptomatic is no punk, bitch. That
Oh,
shit'll creep up on you and you be like, oh, what the happened? And looking decrepit.
Yeah, I know that ain't funny, but yeah, but hey, for
And it's
real.
crazy that, like, in the beginning, I wouldn't say that I did. First, okay, I'm gonna keep it 100. I think when COVID first came, I did panic. You can ask my best friend. She was like, "Oh, you is tripping," because I was like, "Oh my god."
It's something new, and it was something that was not even just city, state. It was national. It was countrywide. Different continents. It was continents. It was huge, more than we can even imagine. So, if a person said the strongest person said that they were not nervous by it, they're lying. They lied
Until
because
it got them together.
never, because no one knew what was going to happen. They don't know if it was really true or a fake, and if it was fake, then you didn't know. So, but you don't know if you have to try to like pretend that it was real, so that if it was fake and it was real, you don't
Yeah.
catch it. It was just whole back and forth. So you just have to basically people get confused and get nervous because they didn't know really what it was. It was like a big old monster that was attacking people, and you don't know if it was gonna get you because it was invisible. So of course
I
people
was
start
like
panicking.
over here tweaking, like every cough, every ache, every body move. Oh, this is the big one, Shirley. Oh, this is it. This is it. I gotta help me. No, give me oxygen tank. It was
You tell
bad.
Andrea, you believe everything was a symptom, huh? Everything you was going through, you thought you was going through something major. Yeah,
Everything. Yeah, it was crazy.
but
And
no.
I used to. I went from a period of being nervous, a nervous wreck, to thinking if I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna get it, or I already had it last year or something, or I already felt sick. And you just really don't know until the shit just decapitates your kneecaps or ankles or something. Brings you down, break you, hit the floor. Yeah,
Right.
that's the type of sickness that I'm afraid of. It's something that'll take me down because I've had salmonella before. People don't wash their hands or eat the bad fish, and that breaks me down. That yeah, just be all deformed and shit. Just
Right. Ooh.
that's an
Mm-mm.
uncomfortable feeling. So I could just imagine not being able to breathe. And bitch, I
Right.
have. I'm about to say I have drowned several times, but but no, when I went swimming and I almost drowned, I can't swim forward, but I can swim backwards. But when I used to go swimming and I would get tired, I would just easily panic and choke. And
Mm-hmm.
they say that's what COVID feels like. Like you can't breathe, you're underwater. And I just was
That's
like, oh my
all
God.
it
And I hate having a cold because I'll be like, I'm gonna die in my sleep because I panic when my nasal passage is fucked up and I can't get no wind to them
was.
windpipes.
Yeah. Ooh. Mm-mm.
Mhm.
Oh, I end up be frozen. No, I'm listening.
Oh no, that's all. That's what I was just feeling about that. I feel that COVID really has made a big impact on
Mm-hmm.
operating
Mm-hmm.
how I see
But you
things.
would think something like that has become so big that it will bring families together. But it's still dividing them. Even in the midst of all this is going on, and but then everyone's seeing on the news of people losing their lives, people struggling, hanging on by a thin string, and they still don't want to come together as a family or even a nation. People don't want to come together in general. Neighbors don't want to come together. They still want to be hatred. Why? This is the
I'll
best time, if
I'll
any, no matter
I'll
who
tell
you are.
I'll tell you why. Okay, so when I went Christmas shopping, I was in the Christmas spirit and stuff with my cousin and stuff, and we were talking about other relatives and reuniting. And I was like, I get, even though I just said in this video earlier that this is the time to you know, that's what the other word was, revenge. Put away revenge, reflect, and look back
Right.
and get over, start moving. But there are some people in the family that you just have to just cut the fuck off because, oh, you almost got me upset. But there are some bitches out there in the family who got that same DNA as you that you got to just get at the root and be like, the Lord told me to love you, and that's all that I can do for you. But I have to cut you off, and I don't fuck with you. Sometimes you have to do that with certain family members
But
because
you still love them. You can still love them though, but just from a distance. You just can't be in the same room because it's the tension. And when that tension,
yeah,
and they bring something out of you that you don't want to bring back up again because you try to put that in the past. But being that they're so negative, they want everyone around them to be negative and feel down as well instead of instead of somehow lifting them to us, the people that are already up, help to lift them up. They just want to make everyone down and out.
What I feel
And so,
about family, my family situation is that certain individuals, um, they have a they have a difficult time owning what they've done, owning their part, and not getting counseling. I think in the Black families, counseling is frowned upon, and
mhm.
it's so sad because I think Black people need an outside person to hear their struggles and their situation, so it'll be neutral
And
ground.
media,
Yes,
yes,
so you'll have someone who can hear your whole side without any bias or anything like
right.
that, and
They
just
don't,
feel heard.
right. They can be right in the
Yeah,
middle.
and
So,
so I've realized that in my family that people are holding on to a lot of hurt and lot of old things and not
mhm.
giving each other the benefit of the doubt of change. Like if change is possible and it's out there, then why not grant me that possibility, that opportunity,
Right,
that leeway to say, oh, I haven't seen Kourtni in a long time. Maybe they have changed. And it's just like for them to think that I'm the same way says something about them. It says you're either
right.
stuck in the past or you're
I
still
don't
holding on to certain things.
Yeah, that's one thing that gets under my skin. How do you think if you see what I'm doing, I'm improving, I'm changing, I'm growing? Where do you not see that? Why do you keep bringing up the old me or bringing up things you think I was back when I was a kid or a teenager? That's not me no more. I've grown out of that, and I
Yeah.
thought you would have done the same thing too. But a lot of my family members as well, they still dwell in the past, and so when they come around you, it's still you still can't get close to them like you want to and feel love and happy, bring up good memories because they're not letting something go because they need a counselor, they need a mediator to sit there and talk to them and whoever the person is that they're having the problem with so they can fix it. And being that they're too headstrong or too proud or feel actually a lot of Black households are and not a lot of minority, I say a lot of minority households, they don't want people in their business. That's
Right.
what it is. They feel
We were taught
and they
that.
don't want to be judged. But it's not even about feeling judged. You need someone to hear you speak and tell your side and the other person's side that don't know you so they can catch what you have not caught and maybe tell you, explain to you what it is that you're doing to hurting that person and hurting yourself while you guys getting along. And then, then the family will then once again come back together again. But it's just the couple sees is they won't let that happen. It's the pride won't let it go, and they
Yeah.
still, like you said, stuck in the past and thinking you still in the past, so they're not changing because they think you haven't changed. But the only way you know if I changed if you talk to me. Talk to me. And since you feel like you can't see it, well, just sit down and talk to me and ask me questions. Get to know me, and then you will then from there see I have changed.
Hmm.
Because I'm not gonna, I don't really like talking about my family like that because I put it like this: my family, they are that family, that typical family. They don't like to. They have a lot of secrets, and they have a lot of things that they don't want to talk about. And so, if you confront them, then it's like you open up something that is going to cause them to like be so further distant from you because they never wanted to talk about it. And so I have a lot of a lot of some members of my family that I want to get closer to, but they're still in the past, and they still think I'm in the past, but they don't want to talk to me to see if I changed. That's kind of crazy. So you're judging me without even knowing me because
Hmm.
you think you know me because you knew me back when I was younger, but you don't know me because I have changed from that teenager or even that young early 20s. I'm oh that I'm that those are all learning stages. And so you will hope somebody when they get older they're going to change. So that's one thing I have to say about that. That yes, my family they have not everyone, but there's some people in my family members that have that bad. They still dwell in the past, thinking I'm still the same person that I'm, and obviously I'm not.
And I
That if I'm
try to
not,
ask them, I say,
I've changed.
if you're holding something against me that was 25 years old,
Right.
then then what have you changed within the 25 years
That's the
about
problem. They
yourself?
you didn't think I
Did
haven't.
I do something that bad that held you to stay stuck in the 25-year era back then? That what I did, that's what I did. So
Mm-mm.
um yeah, and I don't know why it always comes out during the holidays though.
Well, because it's Thanksgiving and Christmas is supposed to be a joyous time, family time, and I guess that's a time you can be emotional as well with your family members, and I guess it brings up a lot. Well, look this too. I don't know when you grew up because I know you kind of have a big family. I don't know around the holiday, around Christmas, we'll say when you aunt, uncle, cousin, whoever, when they brought gifts over to the younger kids when you're a toddler or even early teens, did family members ever give more gifts for one child than the other, or did you ever feel like you was left out? Have you ever felt
Yeah,
those? I've gone through that, and I felt that way plenty Christmases, but I
yeah.
still got, and I still forgave. But I've experienced that. Oh yes, I experienced that, and it's not a
I
good
have
feeling. But I became a bigger person and got over that. But there's, for some reason, when they, um, whomever the member is, they did not give a gift or give gifts to me, there's still something about them is causing them to, be a little, I guess I would say, evil towards me because the same person is still dwelling in the past, you know.
hmm
So, and I think that can have a lot to do with it too, because emotional, because when you get older, it's still your experience, so it's still memories. So you may go back off of when you was a child, a teenager, or early young adult, and you felt like your family members never treated you right during the holidays. And so, and most of the time it is Christmas that's supposed to be the joyous time, but you become sad because your time around Christmas is not joyous for you because you would not treated special, with your family members. So that
hmm
could be a reason why it comes out around that time of the year, I would say.
hmm
But
We got
everyone have their own experience. Some people, a lot of people may not even experience, negative things for Christmas. It may come during Thanksgiving. It may come through 4th of July. It may come through something else. But for me, actually, I don't think I get that emotional. Really, I actually get a little bit more happy around Christmas time because it's the kids for the kids. I like to see the kids happy, and so that's why I become happy because of that. It's a good and the birthdays the same thing. Giving, anytime you have the opportunity to give, that's when I get excited.
mhm. Me too. Um, somebody asked, "What's some of your favorite Christmas music?"
Hmm. To be honest with you, I I don't think I've heard other than all the basically the basic Christmas songs that we've grown up with. Hey, David. Um.
That David Law?
Oh, I don't think. Yeah, David Law.
Oh, the Lotties aren't here. What? I thought I
Yeah.
had him blocked. No.
Oh, I was say he's my friend. He's your friend too. He's your friend.
That's my boo. Hey,
Miss you,
David.
David.
What's going on in here tonight? He's so crazy. This is our new show. Mary, tell them about our new show. Go ahead and
Yeah.
share and like this live while you at it.
Pop. Oh, oop. Mm. Yes, David. This is something that Kourtni and I will be doing now on Fridays. Hey, and we're new podcast members. Yes, we're new podcast members of each other. And I don't know if you was in at the beginning because I think you just got in. Our name, I'm gonna see if I get it right. It's Two Queens of a Different World. Did I get it right?
You got it right.
There you
Two queens of a different
go.
world.
Very, very long way. And David, really quick, are you still in the salon up in MOK? I think it was right across from the first mid K.
Mm-hmm.
You still there? Oh, he is. Oh, dedication.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, hey, friend.
Oh, Freaky Frida in here too. We got all
Yeah.
the people. Hey, everybody. You must got all the people on your end.
You put some people in, right? You didn't invite.
I didn't know how to do that.
You didn't know how to do the invite.
Yeah. I don't
It's
know.
the one, the icon with the head and the shoulders and the arrow facing outward from the shoulders.
Oh, okay. Now I can see. Oh, okay. Oh, it says invite all these different type of people and things. It says search.
Yeah, but it's up to you. You want to click on their name to
Oh,
invite.
that's a lot. See, that's a lot of work. That's why I didn't do. Oh, wait. Let me try to do this. Share with friends. Do I want to start a watch party or what? Share with friends. Just share with friends. Oh, there it is. There it go. There it is. Okay, share with Henrietta's already in here. Let me see who else is in here. I'm sorry, y'all. Let's see. Oh, this is a lot of work, girl. Okay.
It
This is a lot of work, Mary girl.
ain't that hard. All you doing is pushing, and going, sliding up.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out here.
Okay. Okay. This is cute. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's enough. Shut up, Henrietta. Henrietta always got some shit to say.
What do you say?
Talking about,
Oh,
oh Lord, basically because I'm old and don't know how to work this thing. You know, I always have testicle difficulties with these new apps and things, these new technologies things.
you're learning. You're learning.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Yeah, Christmas music. You know, my the Christmas music I like is like black gospel. Who is this in my inbox? Looking cute. Piece of
I
trade.
like I like by Tamar Braxton when she sung "The Little Drummer Boy." You listen to Tamar?
Tamar Braxton?
Yes, when she sung "The Little Drummer Boy" and when she sings it. What is that? What?
Huh? Hey Kim, how you doing?
What?
I'm not really a Tamar Braxton fan. I'm a Tony Braxton fan.
She can sound just like her.
Who told you that?
She mimics all the time and sounds just like her. Have you seen the Braxton Found Values when they did auditions for Tony Braxton backup singers, and Tamar was helping with the audition, and she would sing as if she was Beyonce, sing as if she was Tony Braxton and sound just like her. She can do it really well. Oh, right. Hey, we all got our own opinions. Look at me disappear.
Two queens of different worlds.
Hey, we all got our own opinions. Don't come Tamar. I love Tony Braxton too, but I love some Tamar.
Now you know. Now listen. Wait a minute. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up.
I'm
Hold on.
listening.
Okay, so let me give Tamar her credit.
Yes, indeed. Wait, what?
Let me give her credit, but she don't get all that much credit. You know, she's not no song. She's over there with K Michelle and them.
I love me some K Michelle too, though. I'm sorry. You don't like K Michelle?
I didn't say I didn't like her, but let me say K Michelle, Tamar Braxton. It's another one. Marsha Ambrosia.
Thank you, Henry. Yes, tell him.
Girl, Tamar Braxton is always pitchy. As everything they depicted in the movie, Tony Braxton movie about Tamar is true. She's pitchy and she sounds nasally. And I'm not here to talk about Tamar or anything like that. I think she's a real nice.
I still love it. That's fine. Then you got your opinion, but it's all right. We
Yeah, and I
strong.
just think she just be every song don't have to be sang in soprano note. It don't have to be up there in the rafters. We know you can sing high. That's what all sopranos are supposed to do. But bring it down. You know, give me some. Oh, it's just Tamar, and then she just does a lot. She does the most. I'll be like, oh my God.
Henry said, "Can you name a new Tony Braxton song?" I know she did a
Who
song. I
do
think
you
she did.
think I am?
His
Don't
face,
you
but I
know
don't.
that he was my man? How it go?
Oh,
Also does name an girl. Tamar is definitely the best singer in that family. Who the
in
lies?
that family.
Tony may
Yeah.
have a unique deep voice. Not a deep voice. You're not gonna do her like that. But Tamar got those notes too. Tony isn't touching that two range. Oh girl, you know
No,
she don't know nothing about music.
she wouldn't even try it. Even if you asked her to pay her to it, she wouldn't even do it. She knows she couldn't. But I love me some Tony Braxton sister. I don't talk about her. I love him. I love her and her sister. Yes, Tony Braxton.
That's
Lisa
that's
album.
that's really different. That's really nice. We know it, but we have difference of music. Amen. Yeah. Wow. I just knew you was gonna say Tamar B flat or
But the
sharp.
only thing, but you're a singer. You sing, so you look for stuff like that. To me, Tamar sounds fine. She can go and do extra runs. You can, like you said, be pitchy and all that, but she's still talented. She still can sing.
Okay, so how you
That's not
feel about Mary?
Mary J. Blige.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, I'm just like.
I'm about to say you got to get rid of the Mary name. I end this show. This is my last night. No.
I know you love her. I love the heck out of her. I love that her initials are just like mine. I love Mary J. Blige. Like, she can do no wrong to me with her singing. I was messing with you. I know you Mary J. Blige too. No, I love me some Mary J. Yes.
Now I was the reason why I mentioned her because just to be fair, even though Mary J. Blige can sing better than Tamar, Tamar and Mary are very similar when it comes to staying on the note. They're very pitchy, but one sounds better when they're pitchy, and that's Mary.
And she can't. Yeah, I would say yeah.
But no, but
I'm
I
not.
think I like Tamar. I like Tamar.
I love her. So I don't. You can say nobody can say wrong to her about me. I mean about her to me. I love Mary J. Blige.
Right.
But yeah, she can't sing flopped.
So are you coming together with your family this Christmas?
No, just the ones in the home, same home.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
But
we're gonna.
even if you were where they are, would you?
I probably would go to the same home or have them come over.
Yeah.
Probably, I would have to see, and it probably wouldn't be all of them. It might be where like some come and go because that's what they're doing now. Then everyone's not going at the same on the same house at the same time. They're just some come, some leave like that. So everyone won't be in the same household for so long together. I probably would do that, but I actually no. This year, no. I'll be honest, no, I wouldn't. Because with my kids, no, I wouldn't. I would wait until next year.
Okay.
But if so, I may end up going, but I wouldn't bring my kids, no. Because what's going on? No.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna stay at home, and wait for my mom to make the lasagna and then go over there and get it and come back home. I wasn't going to my best friend's because she's getting ready to go to Africa to be with her husband.
You want to get married? Oh, she been get married. How that
My
work?
best friend, she got married.
Oh, they said your mom was gonna go to Africa.
Oh no 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 no.
I must have missed something. I thought you said you going to your mom's house to pick up the food, and then you said your mom's going to Africa to be with her husband.
Yeah, I don't know how I switched the topic. I don't know. My mind was gone. You know,
Oh,
I had a little special cabbage, little greens before I came on because I was, since we didn't start right on time, I was like nervous, like what was going to happen. So I just, got some little cabbage and greens real quick. I'm a little
and
delayed.
nothing wrong with
I'll be
cabbage.
moving topic to topic.
Cabbage. Ain't nothing wrong with holding on to your cabbage. I don't know how you want me to say it. With your greens.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so your friend, not your mama. I thought you would say your mom. Say, oh, your mom got married over in Africa. What?
Oh, I know why I brought up. I asked my best friend. I said because I was going to go to my best friend's house, but she had the corona, and I don't want to go over there. And because she had the corona, I know that's bad, but I need to go over there because she's going to Africa, and she's going to
You
be
still
gone.
can go. You can meet her outside and stand 6 feet away.
We not that type of friends. We friends where we got to hug and hi, darling. And if we can't do it, it's just I don't want to do it if I can't do it.
And you don't feel comfortable if she has a mask and you wear a mask? No. It ain't gonna work. You ain't gonna test the waters. You don't want to play with the waters, huh? I'm
No,
playing.
not after her being sick. I felt helpless. I felt like I was a damsel in distress. Like I couldn't help her. I couldn't go over there and give her no food or nothing. She didn't want the food that people was getting. Let's change the topic because I'm talking all too much. But anyway, you know how you just want to just get better and all the things that
Right.
I just couldn't help her. I felt helpless. Like, she just
Right.
needed to sleep and rest. And when she finally did her thing, she got better. But I was like, can't take that risk of getting.
Right. No, I don't blame you. I feel you. Yeah.
Because what if I get corrosion? It just takes me on out of here. Mm-mm,
Get
mm-mm.
corona. She ain't been taken nowhere.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know. I just can't right now. I can't go anywhere. Have you been going anywhere?
Only to the stores and back home. Even though I know they have the malls and stuff and the shopping centers open, but I shop online. I love shopping online. I
Oh
even
my.
go Walmart groceries online. They deliver them. Depends on what you're ordering. They'll deliver to your home the next day or next 1 to 2 days. Food, you
Mhm.
can pick it up outside, or you can
Yeah,
go. They can home, or you can pick it up at the grocery store. You know.
I've been
So
killing my purse down because I've been ordering from Grubhub.
I know that's spending and the taxes and the delivery fees and all that. Not even just the food. You gotta pay extra fees. What?
If the meal is $15, you might as well spend another 15 because that's what it's going to cost.
Right.
Hmm.
Right.
Yeah. So what have we got on this roster? The topic.
I'm moving the thing around and stuff. Oh, let me fix this here because it's just there you go. That's what I'm trying to say. So let me ask you a question since you were speaking earlier about how around Christmas time, the holidays, is that where you said you become the most emotional, or is that where you think you become more stronger because over time, or what? How does Christmas affect you, or the holidays between Thanksgiving and Christmas, or was it just Christmas that made you feel a certain type of way?
Christmas always made me feel like the memes of Thanksgiving. Like, if somebody cut up, you better be ready to ready to let them have it. Um, Now that I'm older and now that the COVID's here, it's a little bit different because everyone's already been separated. Everyone's already
Right,
been away from each other. So it's like, I don't need to go out of my way to say nothing to you. And I'm not coming to the family function. That's more of a read than anything. I don't fuck with you. I know you want
right,
to fuck with me, but I don't fuck with you. So yeah, I think the Christmas time is triggering. It brings up all the different emotions, make you think of what the last family member said or done to you. For me, because
right.
that's the
You get
last time y'all saw each other.
right. Do you feel like you get support from your family, whether you're up or you're down? Mostly when you're down, do you feel they support you when you're down? and you're needing things, like, you know how sometimes you're needing something and your family should be the ones to know and feel what you need, offer it versus you asking for it. Do you feel you get family support?
My family, my immediate family, I would say, on my maternal side, my mom's side loves me down. They like, they know when I'm hungry, they know when I'm broke, they know when I'm just over here just sitting in distress, distraught, lights out, just down. They know. They're supportive. They've always been supportive. Um, I would say the outsider family. I think my entire family is. If I need something, they're not like, yeah. No one has been like, Kourtni, you can't have nothing. You can't have this, or no, we don't got it. They've always supported. Now maybe
Yes.
not about lifestyle changes and things like that, but for the
So
most
do they?
part,
So they don't support your lifestyle change or
I
a
would
lot of?
say there's a word like acceptance and tolerance, and that doesn't mean it's okay. It's just
Right.
like, that's your life. You going to hell.
That's the vibes you get from them.
That's the vibe I get from almost all of my family members on both sides, all the family members ever. It's like, we love you, but that's not of God. And part of me, I can relate to some of the things they say when it comes to biblical and spiritual things because I was raised in the church, and some things I just do believe, and some things I don't. But they're very
Right.
vocal. Like my grandmother, she told me, she said, I love you, but that's wrong. That is dead wrong. That is sinfulness. I
That
love
mother's
you.
gonna be honest. But,
Yeah, and I,
mm-hmm.
I can appreciate that. Sometimes I don't want to hear it because I didn't ask for it. But I think a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people that I've known or seen in my life, um, they've chosen to abandon their family so they can be happy by any means necessary. And I just wasn't
Right.
able to forfeit my family. I'd rather have that and have them support me in other ways. And I found that to be, it made me really think about when I hear a lot of other GLBTQ people say, um, things like, they don't respect you if they're not going to accept you and call you a she and call you by your new name, and that old person is dead. And black families, like, bitch, you is Junebug. I don't know what the fuck is you is talking about. Junior, the fuck, pass me them peas, pass me that cornbread. What is you talking about, James?
Right. Right.
I know you and she, I see them big ass cities, but girl, move. Yeah, that's what I feel about, black
So
families.
do you
All right.
think that's disrespect when they continue to call you that name when you know you want to be called, say Kourtni, and they call you something else because they used to that because that's what they grew up calling you? Does that make you feel some type of way? Do you feel disrespected?
What makes me pissed off and disrespect this, because this is what happened to me. I was scrolling down Facebook in my own lane, minding my business.
Right.
And I ran across a post about transgenders, a black man speaking on transgenders and this and that, whatever his opinion was. Fine. Up under the post, all up in the comment sections, was my blood cousin, first cousin, second cousin. He's my second cousin, my grandmother's nephew. Had the nerve to say, yeah, I grew up with my cousin Puka, and Puka wants me to call him or her and all this, and I'm not with that shit. And I didn't seen him with girls, and I didn't fuck with girls with him, and I was like,
Ooh.
who he talk about? Because he can't be talking about me, because we never had this conversation. I never asked you to call me a woman. I never said I wanted to be a woman. I never said none of these things to you. All I said was that I never even think I ever told you that I'm trans. I never said nothing to you about that. So why are you lying? Why are you fronting on Facebook
Right.
for no
Right.
reason? You have a whole brother who is gay, and you come to me for advice about how to deal with your brother who's a punk.
Right.
But you can't even respect me and have a, like you said earlier, have a conversation and communicate
Right.
with me and ask me what I like, ask me what I don't like, ask me if I want to be called a girl. But I don't, if it's my blood family, why would I put all that pressure for you to remember something that you ain't have no relation to? You never come to my shows. I treat y'all differently. I don't even bring the punketry around y'all. I even switch up the whole nine just to be around y'all.
Right.
So I don't ask you to do anything to make you feel uncomfortable. I'm coming over here and how I'm coming. Comfortable.
Mm-hmm. Right,
Without a
right,
wig, without lip rouge, I'm comfortable. Did I ask you to call me Suzanne? No.
right.
That's what pissed me off. So I do have a problem with that. Now, for the other girls, on the flip side of that is, if I was full fledged and had a coochie down and titties down, and I'm living every day as fish all day, every day, bitch, you gonna call me fish. You are
Right,
definitely
right,
you gonna respect me because you're not gonna call me my government name while I'm in the streets and I'm next to trade.
right.
I'll slap you. I will slap family for that. Yeah, can't do it. It's no different. It's no different than I have to respect the gang members in my family. Call me OG, gangster, go double down dip. What, okay, that's what you. Oh, that's OG double down dip. Then okay, that's not Reginald.
Right,
Okay,
right.
so
Right. That's true though. And it's the same thing.
if I'm in the car and I'm riding, and I'm calling a government name, and you make it a dope deal. So you don't want me to call you Reginald?
right, right. It's the same thing. Same feeling.
Yeah, family's a trip. But I would say overall, I don't. It's only all the family members I have a problem with. I don't talk to them no more. So everybody's cool now.
I feel like some of my family members have problems with me, but they just don't address me.
One thing they
Maybe
have a problem with you about, because you're very nice, you're sweet.
because I'm different than they are. And I think the different part of it starts because I wasn't scared to branch off and do other things and get out of my box. Like when I was in Oregon, most of my family in Oregon lived in Gresham. I'm the one who went to Portland, Northeast. They said I was different from going to Northeast to live and leaving all them. But the thing is, I work that way. So I'm going to live closer to where I work at. And plus, I feel comfortable being in Northeast. I didn't feel there was a problem. So just stuff like that they judge about. And even when I left Oregon to come out, well, I went to Mississippi first to go to Mississippi. They was like, "Oh, so you just gonna up and leave us? You're not supposed to do that." What do you mean I'm supposed to do that? I'm supposed to grow. I need to see other things. I need to experience other stuff. That does not mean I do not love you. That does not mean that I don't have respect for you. It's just I'm not that child that you thought I was.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't that anymore. It's time for me to grow. Because if I don't grow, I'm not gonna learn and see other things. I'm gonna be stuck in one little box. And so I think because that kind of like questioned them when I left. I questioned them. Like, oh, you don't think, we're your family because you left and started a whole other family? Yeah, I get all that. I get all that. I get that stuff too. And I never said I never thought they wasn't my family. I just said it's time for me to grow. And I just felt I couldn't grow in Oregon. It wasn't for me. As you can see, I love to talk. I know sometimes I can't be reserved because I'm analyzing. So I'm analyzing the situation to figure out if I can't communicate with that person or if I should speak with a person or not, or their character about them, so I know how to address them. So being that I'm an analyzer, I analyze everything. A lot of my family members don't. They just so free spirited without they not free spirited because I'm free spirited as well. But it's like they act without thinking. I think before I act so I won't make a mistake. And if I make a mistake, it better be one that I can fix, in the midst of that making a mistake. With them being that I guess, like I said, since I left Oregon, I know I may be jumping around, but since I left Oregon, no, I'm not going to say since I left Oregon, since I moved to Northeast, it's like they felt I was different because I ask questions. You're not supposed to ask questions. In my family, you're not supposed to ask no questions. You're supposed to just let whatever happen happen. You're supposed to let people, the elders, say whatever they say to you, and you're supposed to accept it and go. But you put me in school, right? So I'm in school. I'm learning. I'm reading. So I'm not supposed to just sit there and be a doorknob. You know what I'm saying? Let people do whatever they want, determine when they want to. I'm supposed to ask questions. I'm supposed to grow. I'm supposed to learn. And so I'm taking this education that I was given and I'm doing something with it. So you have a problem with it? So why you put me in school? Why was you making sure that I went to school? You know what I'm saying? You want me to go to school to sit and be like a bump on the law? No. And so I guess being like, once again, being that I asked questions, I didn't do the same things as they did. You know, I oh, this is the big thing right here. I laugh too much. I'm too goofy. Yeah. A lot of people don't like that. Believe it or not, a lot of people do not like laughing. Just like I just found that a lot of people didn't like water. I thought everybody liked water. But a lot of people do not like laughing and they don't like to hear the sound of laughter. It irritates them because they're depressed, because they're irritated. They don't want to feel good. I do, and I did. And even though, a lot of people that was around, my family members, they were making me feel, they was trying to make me feel down and depressed. I didn't allow them to do that to me because that's not what I felt in my heart that I was supposed to be. You know, I was a people person, but it's like they didn't want me to be a people person because when you become a people person, you will grow, you will expand, and then you will leave the next. They didn't. To me, it felt like they didn't want that. And they may say, I know maybe somebody that may be looking right now and may say that's not true. But that's my point of view. That's how I felt. I felt they didn't want me to be a people person because they didn't want me to grow. They want me to only listen to what they tell me to do. So I'm going to still do that robot lifestyle. No, I don't want to be a robot. You know what I'm saying? I want to blossom. I want to expand. I want to learn different cultures, meet different people, different people of different backgrounds. You know, everybody's not from Michigan. Everybody's not from Oregon. People from other states. So I want to meet new people. And so I think being that I had that mind frame, and a lot of people in my family don't, I guess they felt that I was different to them because of that. And they didn't know how to respond to me or even relate to me because they know if they're around me, I'm going to ask questions and they don't want me to ask questions. So they avoided me. And then that made both of us, whoever it was, feel uncomfortable. So I may have been around this person or people and don't speak to them because I feel now they've already judged me so much. I don't even know how to be open to them. And so that's the thing that I've dealt with my family. That is they didn't that I branched off and I expanded, and I think they felt that being that I left and did my own thing. I felt like my family was not my family or isn't my family. I would never not feel that they're my family. That's my family. You guys taught me what I learned. It may not be all good stuff, but you taught me. I learned from everything that I experienced around you, whether I need to do this or do that, or whether it was good or bad. I still learn. So it's not to feel that I, distance myself from them, but I feel my family think I distance from them because I left Oregon. But I'm not even from Oregon. They're not even from Oregon. So y'all left Michigan.
Portland, Oregon has a little spirit upon them, honey. And I think no, I believe, I feel um being born here is really something, or even living here over a certain period of time can really uh put put a put something on your spirit or how you see things. You can become very stagnant and stuck and what's it contemplated? What's it complacent? Whew. Uh yeah,
Same thing. Yeah.
it's sort of like, oh, massa, we finally found a place we can settle down, and ain't nobody gonna whoop us, and they still gonna treat us this way and that way, but they ain't gonna whoop us no more. Massa is not beating us no more, and we get a little check, and to get our groceries, get our beans and cheese and things, and we don't ever have to worry about the storms taking down the houses and everything, and the Jim Crow laws. We've made it, but not realizing they're still up under a racist place, a conditioned place. They're still in a trap, and they
Mm-hmm.
haven't saw other places in the United States or been elsewhere to know that things are different in other
Right.
places. Even outside of this country, there's more to just what's
Right.
in our front door and backyard and around the corner. And I'm glad my mom, was like, you better go to college. You need to get out and see the world. I'm gonna help you, and because you don't want to be stuck here. And I'm so glad
No.
that now know I got all different kind of friends.
It's not even just Oregon. You don't want to be stuck anywhere because you're not going to grow. If you don't have no experience, you are not growing. You have to have experience, and experience is not even just going to work every day or meeting people that you see on and to and from work. That's not experience. That is part of experience. Everything is experience, but you need something further than that. You need something that's going to expand your horizon. You need something that's going to make you grow as a person. And by doing the
Challenge
same
yourself.
thing, then you can't grow from that. You have to try something different. And being that I'm a person that I can be spontaneous, I love to try different things. I love to meet new people. I love to talk to people. I love to laugh. Like, why people don't want to laugh, and why do you feel that I'm that much different from you guys just because I like to play and laugh? Because they're like, oh, Mary, she jokes all the time. You can't talk to her because all she do is laugh and play. Yeah. Well, oh, you want to walk around evil and mad all day? But I'm not evil and mad. But you want me to be evil and mad, so I can be stuck like you. You know what I'm saying? That's what I get. That's the vibes I get. I'm not gonna do it.
But
What?
that's what I thought about you when I first met you. You're always laughing, cracking jokes, reading.
Yeah. That I was mean or
Now
what?
I
Or that
wouldn't
I?
say that it was mean, but you know how I said in our first video, you laughed a lot and y'all like to read, and the reading was funny, it was all jokes.
Oh,
And I don't know if this, I was just thinking about that when you said it, when you were describing your family. I was like, wait, man, that's what I kind of felt about her. They're always laughing, they're
no,
always cracking jokes.
you. Let me tell you something. I think when I got around people that actually like to laugh and like to joke, because my family did it. And I knew that's what I wanted to do. I think, to be honest, I'm from hearing you saying that, and from actually what happened, I'm thinking what it was being that my family didn't like to do that as much, and I did, and I got around people that did like to act the same way that I wanted to be, I should say, and I ran with it, and I grew with it, and it felt good. That's what I wanted. So, but it's not. But I didn't. At the same time, like you said, I was like coming at you and stuff like that. To me, I didn't see it as me being rude, but to you, you felt that way. It was me. I was just having been goofy, and I was very extra goofy. I think it was just me being goofy and loving the skin that I was in, because when I was younger, I was told you couldn't do that. And then when I got around people that was able, that wanted to do that, I was like, this is me. I like it. But I didn't see it as me being hurting people's feelings, And if so, then I wouldn't do it, because that's not the type of person I wanted to be, to hurt people's feelings. I just wanted to laugh, have fun, because I was tired of always feeling sad and down because of the environment that I was in. But when I got into one that was happy and goofy all the time, I'm sorry, I got so goofy I didn't know how to turn this shit off. I ain't gonna
So
lie, I didn't know. No, it was heavy.
why do you think your family was like so against being jolly and about laughter?
Grew up, and their household, where they didn't do all that laughing like that. I guess I don't know if it was one parent or two parents, or if it was an aunt or uncle, that made them feel like they couldn't laugh or didn't want to laugh because they were older. So then they just inherited the same emotions, and they try to do the same, have to carry the same vibes over to their younger generation that came behind them. So I think it was just a cycle repeat this stuff,
Hmm.
you know. But some of them, still ran with it, and some of them was like, no, they like to play and laugh too. But I think I was the one that liked to laugh the most. But I think too, because I was actually in my family, other than my aunts, when it comes to the cousins, the nieces, nephews, all that, I was the only girl in my family for, I would say, a good, probably, I would say, 9 years. And other than that was just boys, you know. And they're not goofy like that. So I had to, even though that's how I wanted to be, I wanted to be playful, but being the boys that I was around, they didn't play like that. They wrestled and fight, but it was around cackling and giggling like that. So when I got to the age, and actually it happened when I got to hair school. That's where I met Austin and Ty and everybody in hair school. So when I got to that time in my life, I got around people that I was like, oh my gosh, there are people like me out there. They like to laugh. They like to play. It's not. It's not like my family where you're not supposed to laugh. Because I was wondering why I like to laugh and they did it. Because it's just that just wasn't in them to do that.
I kind of feel both sides. Like I always liked to laugh and I love to laugh and I always wanted to laugh, but I kind of held my laugh in because, for one, people used to talk about my laugh and say it was too extra, or that it was like a sissy sounding laugh, or that I got a gay twang, which I did hear it on the radio. I'm not the radio, radio and the phone. You know how back in the day you have to record the messages on your not the cell phone, but you know the line that goes to. Anyway, just listen to your voice back. It just sounds like the twang. But anyway, oh, I forgot my point. It was on the tip of my tongue. What did you say?
About laughing too much back in when I was younger.
Yes, thank you, boo. So I tried to hide my laugh because of how it sounded. I also held it in because I was mad and sad a lot of the times. Because I always felt like people, even young kids, that the laughing back in the day was the Joneses, and they used to do that 24/7 in the black community, just down. So I was like, I'm not about to laugh because if I laugh too loud, that's gonna bring attention over here, and they're gonna be talking about my lips, my big lips, and my shoes. And at that time, I was wearing my mama's dress shoes. Oh no, you're not about to get me together. I let myself have it. Can't do it.
Right.
So I did grow up just trying not to laugh or yeah. I just when hearing you say that just made me think of different ways I tried to dim my light or dim my happiness or dim my joy
To
and
please other people, but it
to get
separated you.
along.
It's
Yeah,
sad
I did that
because
a
you could.
lot, and I think that's why when I came around you or whoever I was with, I was like, we don't need to do all that. We just let's be nice. Just hi. You know, sometimes you gotta let it loose, and I should know that with my. I know I like to cut up. I like to cut up.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, yeah. It took a minute, but it does feel good to be around people who can go to that extreme and be laugh and laugh like that. Be
Right.
boo.
But I can admit that I think the laughing part was okay, but you know that I guess the getting a joke out of other people, I can't admit that I think a lot of times it did go too far. It was going too far because one person can carry it and the next person carries so long, and the one person that was targeting towards was like, oh, this is too much, I can't take it. Even though at the time I can look back at it and I say that when I was in the midst of it, I didn't feel that way. But looking back at seeing certain friends that told me like, oh, you guys used to do this and that, and I'm like, no, we didn't. But then I was saying, let me go back and think and put myself in that setting, and then when I go back and look, I'm like, oh yeah, we were going a little bit extra hard, you know. And I see why people was feeling the way they were. They were like, "Ooh, y'all!" It's not even y'all laughing and giggling. Y'all like talking about people real hard, and everybody can't take that. You know, everybody can't take when you crack a joke with somebody. They can't take jokes, even if it's not even extra hard. It could be this kind of a sweet little joke, but they can't take it because they don't want that attention at
Yeah,
all. Nobody laughing towards them at all, and it takes them another world. So you
that's
just
me.
gotta,
Them take me out of this world.
huh?
That's, that's me. A small joke can take me out of this world to the moon.
Yes, indeed.
I'm very sensitive. That's why I try not to ever read.
A lot of times I wasn't even cracking jokes. I would just give you a compliment. And to you, you took that as if it was cracking a joke. Because you will go like out of this world, like you said, and I was like that because I think you be on,
I was
I guess, on
insecure.
guard. And so anything someone has said, or I guess I'm gonna say me, because you could be in the same room when you used to come to the salon, and it was like three other people was up there, including Austin. They could say something, but as soon as I say something, you were like, "Oh, here she go with this again." And I could be giving you the compliment, and I'm like, "Wait, what did I say?" And so that's why a lot of times I didn't understand like if people were saying that I was being mean or being nice. I don't know what, because I thought to me I was being nice. I mean, being complimentary or being nice, but I guess you just was on guard, and so no matter what I said, you was like, "Oh, she's coming for me." But I would be like trying to help you, by certain things I would say, but I guess you take it as me attacking you. I remember all those times. I was like, wait, what? But sometimes I know I was cracking jokes. I was just trying to be funny. But
Mhm.
most of the time I would say I was like, trying to give a compliment and help you on certain things I saw, and you's like, okay.
How was your daughter with you being a laughing, funny person? Is she similar to you?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. She loves to laugh. She loves to play. She's just like me, like to joke all the time. Yeah.
How now? And does that? How does that make you feel? Do you see yourself in her?
Yeah, I like it. I love it. You know,
Do
because she herself. You know, she may not be as extra, laughy as I was, but she has a lot in her that I know that she's comfortable with herself and she can be herself. You know, she's comfortable. If she want to laugh, she knows that she can without her mom saying, "Oh, you're laughing too much. Go sit down." You know, she feels comfortable, and I like that because every child should feel comfortable with their in their household or with their family members, especially if you grew up around them. You know, they should never make you feel uncomfortable no matter what you're doing if you're not hurting no one.
yeah.
And if you're not disrespecting anybody.
My mom made me and my, well, I wouldn't say, I can't speak for him, but at our household, we knew the vibe just looking at her. Whatever facial expression she had on her face, you knew to be quiet. You knew, oh, and you can laugh. That's a free period to laugh. But once it frowns up, or if it get too cold in the house, or get too hot in the house, oh, it's, you already know. Each you move with the vibrations. Yeah,
Right.
it was kind of weird, but when you said that, just made me think. When I asked you about your daughter and how to get along with the laughter.
I think a lot of parents, whether it's the mother or father, they have that look, that would say, "Stop this," or "You okay?" or I see you," or "Don't, you better think about it." You know, I think all parents have that look, and a kid, if they obedient, knows it and would, and abide by it. And the ones that want to be rebellious and be like, "Oh well, you can do that look if you want to, but I'm gonna continue what I'm doing." But
Yeah,
I
that
think
was
every
my
parent.
brother. My brother was the
Uh-huh.
rebellious one. And I think now that we're older, we, me and my mom, we laugh a lot more. Like she laughs because I'm laughing at her. She'll say some funny, ignorant shit, and she doesn't realize that it's funny, but it'd be
Right.
funny. It's fucking hilarious. The older they get, they don't be realizing the shit they be saying. I'm like, did you not hear yourself? You
That's
know,
how I am. Yeah, I'm like that with one of my aunts. Every day I'm around her, when I was around her, I crack up. Everything she do is funny because she just be in her own little world and just be
yeah.
hilarious every step of the way. But yeah.
So, do you got friends down there?
Yes, I have friends down here, but I could say that I don't really hang with them like that. But we talk on the phone. It's more over the phone, not in person. Even before COVID, and I think that had to do too that I moved away because I think when I was more in the east, I was I seen them more. But yeah, yeah, but not as many as I had, of course, in Oregon because down here it's a little different. It's a little different. You don't want to be friends with everybody. Even though you meet them, they seem nice. Yeah, you got to be a little bit standoffish. You got to be friends with them from a distance.
From a distance. Oh, okay. Wow. So
Yeah.
how do you find your laughter? Who's
Hmm?
your you like to laugh? You like to have laughing buddies, or who you laugh with now?
Well,
That
I still call back to people back in Oregon. I laugh, and even the ones in here, I talk on the phone. I'm laughing, even at work. The people at my job, everybody, they just like, "Oh my gosh, you're so funny. You're so different. Where you come from? Oh my God, you're so sweet. I love you." It just I get it. I get it from my coworkers. I get it from at my house. People I talk to on the phone. It just may not be, I be going around to my friend's house and stuff like that. But I get my laughter in. Yeah. I'm really saying from the coworkers because, and I don't even be trying to be funny. I guess they just laugh, like you said, how your mom be saying stuff, and they think, and you see it's funny, and she like, "What are you laughing at?" I be saying, "I'm like, what am I laughing? What are you laughing? What am I doing?" But I guess to them, I'm just a naturally funny person, and I know I can just, I can probably say some things, uh, you know, and they'd be shocked that I'm saying it, and being that I'm okay with being goofy, and I guess that to them, a lot of older women around me at my job, them the ones that laugh the most because they seem like they miss that laughter because actually a lot of there's one lady I can say a lot. There's one older woman that I got closer with, and I kind of like she became like my job mother,
mhm.
and so I was so I started growing with her and then talking with her, and then but at the beginning she didn't like to laugh, when I cracked jokes, because I was purposely trying to crack jokes to her to make her laugh, because I saw that she was always angry and always mad and upset. And I'm trying to figure out, why is this lady? I thought when you get older, I know people say they get a little bit bitter when you get older, but I thought you're supposed to be a little bit more sweet and more relaxed. But she was more harder and more, I guess, irritated, it seemed like. And I was like, I told myself, oh, I'm going to make her crack, because it, you're not dead. Be alive, live. And so as the months have gone by, the weeks gone by, I got closer to her, and I start prying into her, asking her questions, getting to know her a little bit more. So then I know how to direct my jokes to get her to laugh off of what she told me about herself. And ever since that, after me, getting to know her and learning her and studying her, now I can laugh with her. She laughs. She laughs more than me. She looks for me to laugh for her. Let me give her jokes, so that she can laugh. And told me that she's glad that she met me, because she only thing she thought she was gonna do was just go to work and go home. But she never knew that she was gonna be someone that she took the time out, to make her feel good for coming to work. She said, before I hated coming to work. I didn't like being at work. She said, but you just made me feel, I just love to see you. You just make me feel so good just when I see you, even when you ain't say anything. It just makes me feel so good. But I'm like, when I look at that, I think about my family. I'm like, okay, the outsiders, strangers, get happy and see the happiness within me. Why my family don't see it? That's what we're trying to figure out. Why do they feel they have to keep that hard shell to where they don't want to feel good, feel loved? They don't want me to make them feel happy. And especially I can get this person here, even even one of even when I'll say I don't know, even another person, I ain't give no titles, even because they might, even another person that I work with, had worked with, they wasn't, I guess, featuring me because I was so loud and happy and talk to everybody, to the point this person said, why do you always try to help everybody? Why, and this is a person in management. Why are you always trying to help everybody? Yeah. Why are you always laughing? Why are you so happy? And I was like, wait, what? I was like, I'm shocked. One, for your title, and you asked me this question of why do I want to help people and why do I want people to be happy? And but I looked at it as like, oh, because this person right here that I'm sitting across from is a hurt person, and they want to know, how did I become so happy? Maybe because they want to become happy. But then down the line, but like I did the older lady, I said the same thing about this person. I said, I'm going to crack them, because there's no sense of being angry, being mad. So what are you mad for? You're alive, you're walking, you have a job. Some people don't have that. So why are you angry? Is it something else that's causing you angry? So like, once again, with this person, I prior to this person as well, talked to them, got to know this person as well. And I tell you this, every day I was coming to work, I get this all the time, a little rub on my shoulder. That person that was angry and irritated, after a while, started rubbing my shoulder, say, good morning, how you doing? And I'm like, oh, good morning. And I'm like, wait, what? And it became a habit to the point I was like, everyone around me that was looking down and sad became happy, because they needed someone else that was different. That's what it was. They need someone else different in that environment, because everybody else there was in the same box. And the same box is, they're raised to not be so flamboyant and so happy and show your excitement. Just go to work and go back home like a robot. They needed someone else that was scared, that wasn't scared to get out that box, to show that there is happiness on the other side of this, your face, your body. There is other happiness on the other side of the cubicle. And so, but I don't know if I
You basically come to fuck up the assembly line.
right. And there's still some people in there that didn't like that. But at the same time, I was like, I don't care. That's fine. I'm not hurting you. So why are you upset? Why are you? Oh well, yeah. Everyone's not gonna like and love what you do or say or how you are. So I just came to accept that. But there's still a lot of people in there that was like, oh my gosh. As soon as they see me, they're like, oh, here she go again. And I still be like, how you doing?
Yeah,
Good morning. Good
them.
afternoon.
You one of them good morning people?
Yeah, because when I first get to work, all the way to probably I'll say 3 hours before it's time to get off. I'm happy. But them last 3 hours, I don't got nothing to say to nobody until I get out the door.
You didn't got wore out with all that. Hi, happy morning, day, yeah. I be wondering, do you happy broads be getting tired with that shit? Because I be like, go sit down. I'm not happy this morning. Today's going to be a bad day. I can foresee it. And you're talking about happy, hi, good morning. No.
No, it's not even just that. It's just because the work, the workload can also that can make me drained. You know what I'm saying? But it's not because of the all the happy highs. No, it's the workload. Yeah. So do you like? Well, I know you say you like to laugh, but do you like to get others to laugh? Do you like to be a comedian? Do you like to crack jokes, or you just like others to do it and you laugh off, laugh from them?
I rarely find someone who is like a natural comedian who can make me laugh without me being the joke, but we could really be talking about something they could just have you dying like I didn't even think about that shit and this bitch got me cracking up. I like people like that.
Right.
I I do like to make people laugh, but it's a lot of work to try to make somebody laugh. I don't like to go out of my way to try to make somebody laugh because, like you said, you gotta figure them out to because when they're too uptight, it's a waste of my time, girl. If I gotta shake mountains to make you laugh, or it's just not that's not my job. I'm a natural. I'm not a comedian who writes their jokes. I'm a person that just if it's on my mind and it's funny, it's just funny. I don't go out of
Right.
my way to try to be funny or try to make it work. I just have to when the camera's on or when people are around and it come to my mind. If I like,
Right. They just have to catch it when it
yeah,
comes.
you let me catch it while I'm in the midst of it. Because other than that, it's out the door. I can't. I'm not that type of person. Like camera action. All right, make me laugh. Nope, not gonna do it. Like I don't even think I'm a. I like stand up comedy. I tried that. I did have my first stint of that in Vegas, and it was good, but it's nerve wracking. And it's almost like being a drag queen because you have to entertain the people. It's up to you to get them out of their mood. That is work. And laugh. My jokes may not make you laugh. My jokes might make you angry because I have
Right.
a lot of racial jokes, and I be, like a lot of people don't like my jokes about, like, say if I had sex with a biracial, with a white person, like interracial sex, and sometimes it makes me feel like slavery. White people be upset about things like that.
Oh,
They'll be like, "What the fuck? How'd you come think about that?" My shit is always outlandish to the 53rd
right.
power. So yeah, it's just too much work to try to make other people laugh. But I do enjoy when I am on a roll and they laughing and I'm the butt of the joke and I can control the narrative of the laughter. I do like that. Yes.
Okay, okay.
And I like to laugh really, really hard with my best friend because I like to laugh at things where there's no boundaries on it. Not to say that it's like I don't know what the word is. It's not I don't want to say that. I don't know. Sometimes certain shit just be funny. Like, say for instance that you go to church and you knock somebody's wig off. That's funny to me, and that's not always right. Or, things that you're not supposed to laugh at. Those and a lot just came through my head right there with type of examples. I just don't want to say it on here because I don't want us to get canceled already. But some things that I just you did wrong for laughing at, and those things be funny. I do like to see kids do bad things, like yeah, I like to see videos like that where they'll probably slap the parent or say curse words, not too much vulgar, but innocent shit. Or like if they repeat what their parents have said, funny shit like that, and they're trying to don't do it, Jackie. Stop saying that. Yeah, I
So
like.
you must like the show they had back in the day. Kids say the darndest things because on that show they would just say all kind of stuff about what their parents did, wanted them to say,
Yeah,
and what they. didn't want them to say what was going on in their household. They would say
I
whatever
I
stuff
love
they had.
all that. I think those kids are very blessed. They're very intuitive, and they listen. They got some good ears, baby. I like them children. You won't ever have to worry about nothing happening to them because they is telling everything. Yes, I need you to sit right here, and you are my personal recorder. You tell everything that go on there. Yeah, I like kids like that because they be saying the darndest things. They be like, "Yep," and she had ashy ankles, and then her feet had these extra crust buns. Yeah, I love a tattletale kid.
One of my little cousins, me and my aunt and my little cousin, we were walking in Peninsula Park, and it was a man that was walking in front of us. Still to the day, I think it's funny. And some guys have high butts, and she was like, at the time she was like 5 years old. She said, "Why is his butt so high?" Just like out the blue, he was like, "Oh," and he just kept walking. We was like, she
Yep,
gonna ask her mom. She said it's a loud where he can hear. I was like, "Why is his butt so high?" I was like, "Oh my god, girl, why is his butt so high?" But
that's
hey,
crazy.
that was honest. That's what she saw. She spoke it.
Yeah, my butt sits high because I got scoliosis,
Mm-mm.
and everybody think I got a booty, but I don't. It's just because my back is swayed out. I guess I should have told nobody that. I need you to think I got cakes, but yeah, everybody. My mom used to be like, "Yeah, your waist is high, your ass sits up high." Oh my gosh, hard to get pants. Mm-mm-mm.
You was crazy.
Yeah.
So I have a question, to also ask you: do you think that a a couple can be happy in a relationship if one of them do not like the other's parents? Can they still have a happy relationship? Like, so just say your relationship, your partner does not like your mother, and you're close to your mom, right? Everybody knows you're close with your mom. So if your partner does not like your mom, can you be in a happy relationship with this person?
Um, we can't be together. My mom, no, nuh-uh. Yeah, we can't be together. If you don't like my mom is a sweet person. And if you don't like my mom, something wrong with you, and you don't need to be with me. If you don't like my mom, or if my mom don't like you, there is a problem. Yeah, I can't because of my mom. But I do think that it is possible to have a relationship with someone and not like their mother. But I do
But
think
you're close to your mother. Like if a girl is close to her, like another couple, the girl's close to her mother. Her man does not like her mother, but they're close. So how can you be close? The female can be close to their mother, but then also have this man that they're dating, but the man does not like the mother at all. The mother can come around and have a problem with it. So holidays can have a problem. When you bring up the mother's name, he'll have a problem. So I know you said some relationships can be like that, but how can you really have a relationship with someone if they don't like your mother and you're close to your mother, or your father? Don't like your father, but you're close to them.
now wait, now see, I'm not close with I wasn't close with my dad, but if somebody didn't like my dad, that'd be a different story. I'd be like, yeah, we can still fuck.
Right. Well,
I mean, be together.
okay. Okay. Well, okay. Yeah, I can see that because it's the guy, but then and sometimes some men be like, I don't care, you don't like me. Oh well, you were my daughter, you were my son. But when it's the mother, it's more emotional feeling, I would say, because it's the mother. So how can you, as whether you're the male or a woman, cannot I mean, how can you be comfortable with your partner not liking your mother and don't really have a real reason of why they don't like them? You know, how can do you think that's a healthy relationship to live like that?
No, it's gonna boil down. Something's gonna trigger something to come out to that person. Someone's gonna say something, and it's yeah, that's dangerous. Actually, I think.
I think so too, because I'm like, I don't, because I was actually talking to someone months ago about this. That's why I'm bringing it up again. But about how can you date somebody, but you're not liking that other person's mother, and they're close to that mother, and you don't really have a real reason of why you don't like this mother, or like the mother, but the mother may have a legitimate reason why they don't like you, but they still accepting of you. You know what I'm saying? So like, just say you go, your partner, you go around your mother, and your partner's with you. Your partner doesn't speak to your mother or greet your mother respectfully when they come in. You know, just come in, don't speak. Do you think that's a problem? Will you confront your partner on that, or you feel like, oh, it's okay? My mom was used to my man coming and not saying hi to her. You think that's
No,
okay?
no, 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 no. I'm so sorry. My mom will go ape shit crazy. You come in our house and not speak. Bitch, you're crazy. And I would have a problem with that. Bitch, you didn't speak to my mom?
Yeah, I think that's yeah. Mm.
Yeah, that's a relationship rating. It's been over. It was over before it even started. They
Right,
just fucking. They not date. They just having sex. They shouldn't even
right,
introduce them to their mother. They was out of line for that.
right. I've always wanted to hear other people's opinions on that, because some people say, like you said, that they can, have a healthy relationship because they're dating. They're not dating the mother. But I'm just trying to figure out, like, okay, but how can, if you really close, like if I was, well, I was, but if my mother was alive and I was close to her, and my man doesn't like my mother, how can I be happy knowing when I get around, I'm gonna be on eggshells the whole time, because knowing he don't like her and she don't. Well, she's open to him, even though she has a legitimate reason why she feel the way she feel. But my man doesn't really have a real reason. I don't think I could be happy in that relationship. I don't think I would stay in that relationship, especially if you don't try to want you don't want to make it change, and be open with my mom, and talk to my mom, and then or you us three sit down to find out why there's a problem, so you can fix it, so the tension can be gone out the room.
Mhm.
I wouldn't want to be in a relationship like that. I couldn't do it, and I don't know how some people do that. Because if you don't
Yeah,
like my mom, and I know she's a good person, oh, then there's something wrong with you.
yeah. And the reason why I say it's possible because sometimes the other persons know that their mother or father is a mess.
Right, right,
They know that they can be this or extra, and I
right.
can
And
see
that's the
for like,
case, right?
huh?
I said, yeah, that's true. If that it was the case, right? Yeah,
Yeah, but if and that's I guess because that it all really just depends on how close the mother is to the child to me.
right,
Because we hear all the time, like even in movies, that oh your mother doesn't like me and all that scenario, but how do you even get to that part before the marriage? That's what I'll be
right,
like, how you go date all this time and you didn't know that they didn't like your mama, how y'all get to that point of wanting to marry?
right, right.
You got comments on your ends? Cause I switch swipe my comments so I couldn't see
Uh-uh.
them.
Show that they're watching. No, I was clicking something else. No, it don't show any comments.
Oh,
No.
who's in here on
Mm-mm.
your end?
Huh?
How many's in your room?
See, I thought it's supposed to show at the top, because every now and then it shows someone. It keeps showing one, but it's showing more than one person is watching. As you scroll up. But at the top, where it's next to it says live, it shows one every now and then. But then when you look at the comments next to the name, it shows like probably like 6, 7 people are watching.
Mm. Yours must
But
be
I don't.
set up different.
Huh?
Yours must be set up different because I mine is everything's at the top.
Mm-mm. No. Well, probably because I brought you in on the live, so yours probably coming through the top. Mine's coming from the bottom.
Oh, okay.
Like, yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. I don't know how that had ever happened, child.
Hmm. Could you be in a relationship with someone if they told you to cut off your friends?
I have been.
Oh, you were in a relationship like that? How long did it last?
It was off and on for a minute. That one person I told you.
So you were really in love with this person for you to be able to make it so easy where you cut off your friends? No, I'm not talking about a friend. I'm saying friends, all your friends, and it's just you and that person. Not to have not one friend.
Okay.
Have you been in a relationship like that, where you know how the man sometimes don't want the female to have any other friends but them?
I don't think I think I told said this before. I always wanted a relationship like that, but no man will try me like that. They don't ever want me. Those men don't want me. I always get timid, weak, docile. All the ones I can run over. I don't even like. I be looking for a little challenge. They don't do it. I'll be waiting for them to say, "Sit down." Okay.
Ooh,
Sit down. Sit down.
If
They
you
be
tell
like,
me that, I'm gonna stand though.
no. Um, no, I never been in that. I don't think I could ever be in it because of my personality. I'm just too much of what they call like an alpha. Alpha.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Lead, yeah.
Yeah.
You like run that relationship.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm surprised that you want to actually have somebody, wanted to have somebody to tell you like what to do and like control you.
I probably just exaggerate on that part, but what I always longed for was like I'll put it like this. Sometimes being a leader is really hard work. Sometimes being the dominant one in the relationship is exhausting.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes a bitch want to lay
Very.
down and be the little spoon. I want to push my ass up back and just be in the spoon. I don't want to be all, oh baby, come here. I don't have
Right.
time, girl. I'm exhausted, and then my arms start hurt.
I'm sorry. So crazy. But no, I feel you, yeah. That's
I
and
can't.
that even for females the same way. Sometimes in some relationships the female have to be the leader. And sometimes they don't want to be the leader all the time. But the man that they're dating sometimes need them to be because they lack in that area, you know. But sometimes like, no, you want to have a break. But I couldn't be
That's
in a relationship
weird
like
to me though.
I don't want I don't want to be the man. If I'm in a relationship, that I'm with you for a reason. So I need you to be a man. I could be in it. I don't want to be in a relationship. I couldn't be in a relationship where I had to be the man and a woman. Mm-mm. I want to be the woman.
Yeah, ooh. I will say yeah, I don't like if I can walk all over you, we can't be together.
Right, right. That yeah.
I just can't. That's not going that's a turn off to me.
Yeah, a straight pushover. No one wants to push over. Some people like that. I ain't gonna lie. There's a lot of people like to have a pushover.
They do.
But I don't.
I even deal with
I
it with the people who
can't
fetishize over trans girls.
like down, and he go sit down. I'm like, heck no. Ooh, I'm dealing with a boy. No, thank you. I don't want a little boy. No way in the world. Goodbye. Mm-mm. He gotta have
Have you
some
ever made
back.
so you asked, have you ever had a partner tell you to not have your friends, but have you ever had some friends make you choose your friends? How you handle that?
I've actually had a lot of experiences like that. But only thing I do and I continue to do is tell them if I'm friends with one person and they're around me, you just have to be friends with them and accept them while they're around because they're my friend and they're around. Now, if you don't want to be around when they're there, then just go a step away. But I've had a lot of friends that only wanted me to be friends with them only. They couldn't take other girls or take me be around other guys. They couldn't take that because they were dealing. To me, I feel they were dealing with something themselves that they wanted to feel like um, they only want to have me as a friend. They don't want, to be friends with my friend. And I don't know, but yeah, I don't know about that, but yeah, I experienced that a lot.
Um, I don't think I had a friend and she always wanted to try to make me choose my friends, but she would always say shit like, now I'm not gonna make you choose your friends, but I'm like, well, bitch, you just said but. So in other words, you just trying to say you're trying to make me choose my friends.
Right,
But
right.
no one can ever do that for me. I always learn the hard way. Somebody can tell me the truth about somebody's ways and they're my friend, and I won't believe it till I've been burned 3 or 4 times. Very
Mm-mm.
stubborn me.
Yeah, no, yeah, I've experienced that, and it now that's exhausting because it's like even though they're around each other, it's like you're entertaining so many different people's different personalities, different ways, and you have to be so many different characters because they all have different personalities, and no one wants to meet in the middle, and for whatever the reason is, I don't know. One day I'm gonna have to try to speak to several of them and ask them why do you not want to have me be a friend as well as other people's around as well. Kind of back in the day I didn't really care about it, but I kind of, now that you bring it up, I kind of like, I want to ask them, see how they feel or why they felt that way.
Hmm. Maybe it's jealous. I don't know.
No, I think a lot of it do has to do with that because some of them have personality where they're bubbly. Some personalities where they don't like to laugh. Some have personalities where they like to be playful, and then if they see that you're playful and they don't like to play, they get irritated because they feel that the person's making you happy, and they don't even know how to laugh. So I think it was. That's why I think it had a lot to do with jealousy as well.
Mm, that's that weird shit.
Right.
Mm-mm,
Yeah.
can't do it. Wow. Yeah, I have to put friend quick. No, girl, you can't make me choose nothing, girl. I don't make you choose your friends. Mm-mm.
Right. Never been the one to make nobody choose any of their friends. I'm like, your friend's your friend, and if I didn't like them, I won't be around. I'm not gonna be telling you not to be friends with them. I just won't come around. And if
That's
they're
what
there and I would just leave. But I'm not gonna make you change who you are just because I'm not comfortable in the environment. I'm just gonna move myself from the situation. You
I.
know.
Yeah, I'm
So,
even with some of my closest friends, I'm not friends with their friends, or I'm
right.
recently just now starting to come around some of my closest friends. And
Mm-hmm.
we just come to an understanding that we don't always have to be around each other's friends. We're in each other, we're in those friends' lives for a reason. If God wanted
Right.
me in your friend's life, he would have me in your friend's life, but he got me in your life, not theirs.
Well, I did kind of have that a little bad because I knew some of my friends didn't get along, and like whether we were having a party or meeting somewhere, and I knew certain people didn't get along, but I wanted everyone to get along. I wouldn't tell them who was coming and who wasn't coming, just so they would still come, and in hopes that they would still, I mean, in hopes that they will actually eventually become friends. But yeah, no, that started a lot of problems too that way. Yeah, I'm guilty of that. I did that a lot because I wanted to. I was like, we're gonna all become friends one way or another. But no, I think it made it worse. But I still was still doing it. I said eventually they're gonna become friends, but no, it never happened. And they just became even faker around each other because I kept doing that.
Yeah. I did that. We tried that too, and I was just being more rude, more rude. I don't even like these people. Why are we even here? Why are they here? They're here because, well, who invited them? I would get shit. I would do shit like that.
Yeah, yeah, I was getting that too. They were doing that stuff.
Yeah, and then I had to learn. If I don't like you, I don't gotta go out of my way to say I don't like you. When you already know I don't like you, so just don't say nothing to me. And that's what really
Right,
ended up happening towards the. Yeah, that's what is the bottom line now. Now I make sure that friend be like, you tell me if that bitch is coming. We'll just, and I have no problem with like saying we can kick it at a later date and time. You go ahead and do your thing with them. I know you have a different side of you that's not that I don't have. So it's okay. That person
right,
sees something in you, you see something in them, and I don't even see y'all together at all with none of that what y'all doing. So you go ahead and do what y'all doing because I'm ready to go over here. So
right,
I allow people to be who they are and have share their different uh commonalities with other people they have things in common with. But I don't need to participate in that. It could be very boring and kind of agitating and annoying. Cause I
Right.
know when you over here with me, bitch, we gonna laugh and smoke. They don't know you. What does bother me though is, let me tell you this. What does bother me is for a bitch to know, say we mutual friends, and they be like, oh, I don't like Kourtni because she ghetto. Bitch, you don't like me, but the friend that you with is just as ghetto. I don't understand it, bitch. Your friend is hanging with a ghetto bitch. That means she got a little ghetto in her too.
Right. Right.
Yeah, that shit but irks the fuck out of me. Cause I'd be like,
Mhm.
you judging me, you trying to say that's the only thing you really hating on me for, about me being ghetto, me being loud, me being this or me being that. But bitch, if I'm a hoe, your friends a hoe too. They just not hoeing in front of you.
Right. Right.
Your friends suck dick. They just don't you. They not telling you that they suck dick, girl.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hate that kind of scenario.
I learned my lesson from that for sure, for sure. Because my friends kept telling me, I said I don't like this person. Why you keep bringing them around? I don't care how many times you bring them around. I'm not gonna speak to them. I'm not gonna look at them. I'm not gonna introduce myself to them. I don't care what they like. I don't care what they don't like. I was getting a
That
lot of that, and I was, hey, we can't. Let's look. No, stop. It's
you
not gonna
wasn't
work.
respecting people's boundaries, Mary. You was not respecting boundaries.
Like I'm saying, that's true. If you look at it, that's real. But on my side of it, I was looking at it like, eventually they're gonna talk. They have to. Some's gonna crack. They're gonna become friends. They have to because they're alike. But I guess it's just something about them that the other person, they just didn't like that I can see. And then two, I know a lot of times when I could be around a friend and we're laughing and giggling, and another friend comes over and I'm laughing and giggling with this person. The friend that I was first laughing and giggling with, even though I try to pull them together, the first friend is irritated because someone else is engaged in the conversation with me and having me laughing with them. So I was getting a lot of that. That was causing them to be distant with each other too, because they didn't want to see me, playing and be playful with one person and not them. And so now that became a job itself.
Do you find yourself being closer to certain friends than others? And while
Um,
you think about that, I'm gonna give me another cup of coffee.
Over time, yes, I did see that I had became closer to certain friends because those certain friends actually had more of my personality, and so I think that was the reason why I think I became more closer to the other friends. I'm not gonna say, names, but I think they know who they are. But yes, I do.
Mm.
I know I have. I know I did. I came closer because why? If you like, okay, one or two friends may be negative, even though they're your friends, but they're negative, and the other friends aren't negative and they're more spontaneous. They like to laugh. They like to play. They like to talk. The other side that didn't like that stuff, of course, I was not going to be as close to them eventually because that became boring. There's no fun in it to sit in and not doing anything. Just wanted to be around somebody's presence. You don't get nothing out of that. So yeah, eventually over time, it became a point where I became more closer friends with the others. Yeah.
Drop.
Oh,
Uh,
but yes. Have you ever experienced anything like that?
what you just said, I mean, about, or just,
Where where you became more friends with one friend or more certain friends than the others because of whether the personalities or just the chemistry over time?
yes, definitely. So Saida is my best friend, but before Saida, it was another friend. And I loved the hell out of her. She was my very first best friend. Yeah, she was before Dean. So yeah, she was my very first best friend. But as she went away to college, mind you, I was in I was a year younger than her, and I'm so sensitive. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's going to college, she's leaving me or whatever. And during the break when we got to see each other again, it was like a one final time, and then we got even older, and she went her way, and then I was becoming who I was becoming, and next thing you know, 10 years later go by, and then she's talking about she's getting married and want me to do her hair the next day. And I'm like, bitch, I thought I was supposed to be in your wedding. What the fuck is you talking about? So
Right.
I immediately, she was no longer my best friend after that. But I didn't realize till maybe a couple years ago why that happened. You know, people go through different things. You never know how many
Right.
people get in a relationship. Their partner may make you choose your friends and all that. So I had to just accept that. And with that being said, that's how Saida became my best friend. And now I think because me and Saida are so tight, I don't think no one could ever creep in like that again, or I could never allow the friendship to slip away to do
Right.
something like that. But yes, that has happened. Um, there has been another friend. I don't even think they were a friend. You know how you think you had a friend, but they just the shit that they done to you that you tolerated was just like that couldn't have been my friend. So what the fuck was that?
But you were blind and you didn't see that back then. But as you got older and grew, you saw it. Yeah.
So you talk about learning someone's ways and then making you change and no longer be the friend. Yes, and I was so sad. I still want to slap myself like I can't believe you was friends with that bitch, and it was laid out in front of you that that bitch was no good. She even told you she was no good, no good. Of how grimy you know, you can have a friend that's grimy. You know, people always say, yeah, I'm a ride or die friend, right or wrong, no matter, but they also doing you greasy right in your face and they didn't show you, but
Right.
you just got the blinders on and you don't even understand how you'd have been hoodwinked. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's the most devastating thing in the world,
Right. Oh yeah.
to know
Yeah,
that you're
I've had several of those friends as well that I thought, and I was around for so many years, and you thought that they were like a relative, not even friends, more
yes,
relatives. But then as you got older, well, and that does come with the territory of as you grow, you can grow apart because your likes become different, you know. So you guys may not have the same likes anymore, so that can cause you guys to be different as well. And so I'm accepting that because I've had a couple of friends that I was like, I thought I was so close with them, and as I got older, I looked back and it was like, wait a minute, I don't think they really was my friend like I thought they was. Because now that I got a clear mind, I can go back and look at some things in my head and be like, yeah, I think they was playing me too.
yeah,
You know, they're
playing
pretending
all up in the face,
just to be in my environment, just pretending, you know, because or do you, and let me ask you this question: do you think you could be friends with someone and not talk to them for about 5 or so years, and you guys are still considered friends, but you have not communicated within 5 or so years? Do you still can a person still be friends?
yes, definitely,
Can they be close friends?
definitely, definitely. Um, I will say, I'll give you an example. I have another friend. I'm her daughter's goddad,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't always come around like I used to. But
Mm-hmm.
anytime we get on the phone, she just texted me yesterday. Today's my goddaughter's birthday at that. And even the grandmother called and said, Happy holidays. I love you. I miss you. Anytime we link back up, it's right back where we left off. And I don't
That's a
know,
true friend.
she
That's a true friend.
she definitely is a true friend. And I think the space comes in on my part, mainly my part, because I still have issues with like being around my goddaughter as who I am authentically. And even though we had a
Right.
conversation about that and they said it's okay, it doesn't matter, it never had mattered. But that's just me, you know, and me doing it to the show world, being away from my goddaughter all the time. And then how do you still be a god dad and in this role? How do you still be a god dad when your sister now has a brother or other siblings. So do you still just be the goddad to her? Do you be like an uncle to the siblings? How do you do it? And it can be too much. But even in spite of it being too much, they were still there for me, and they still embrace me, and they still, me and her have the. It's just unbelievable. I do think it's very possible, and I love it, and it is a sign of a true friend. However, I will say, I know for a fact that I'm not her her closest friend, although I'm
Right.
friends with her closest friend. And
Mhm.
because I'm friends with her closest friend, I know the dynamics. You know what level of friendship you are and who has hierarchy or what rank they are based
Right.
upon the longevity. And they were friends before I was even came into the picture. But they always rock together. And even that friend keeps me abreast on my goddaughter. And I just it's very possible. And I think
You, by being a friend, can you give too much advice where it could be taken as being their mother versus being a friend? Or take
okay.
it as being a parent instead of being a friend? Can you give too much advice? If you care for somebody and they're asking you something and you give me your honest opinion every time, but it's not what they want to hear, but it's your honest opinion because you care for them, but they take it as you always giving opinion like you're their a mother or a parent. Um, is that person a real friend to you if they always feel like you giving too much advice? You know, do you think that person can be a friend, be your friend? I would like, I'm gonna say for example, myself with someone. Okay, so well, I'm gonna say I don't know if we're friends or not now. I don't know, but and they may be watching. I know that, but um,
Mm-hmm.
this person, I thought we were very very close, and they always ask me stuff, and I've always give advice. And sometimes I may give advice even though they don't ask me because I see them doing something to help them avoid mistakes. That's how I looked at it. I felt like if I'm trying to help you and I'm trying to help you avoid stuff, I don't see it as me talking to you as being your mother. I'm saying I'm talking to you as someone that cared for you. But this other person took it as me acting like their parent instead of a friend. And so that caused us to go our own separate ways. Now, shouldn't you be able to be honest with your friend and give advice? And even if it's just too much advice, is that a reason for you to not be friends with the person? Or were they not really genuinely your friend? If that was so easy for them to cut you off because of too much advice?
My answer to that question is I'll put it like this. My best friend was offering some advice that I didn't ask for.
Mm-hmm.
And after we got into it about it, our resolution was when we talk now, when we call each other and we want to talk, we say, how can I help? Do you want me to listen or do you want my advice? And that sets the tone when you already automatically
Right,
ask. Now, when you ask me, when you telling me this and are you asking me for my advice or you just call me to vent? Because I can't, I need to know
right.
before we
You
go anywhere.
gotta tell, right, right. Let me know. Right.
So with that being said, yeah, I think for me to have a lot of female friends. It's innate for women to be mother-like figures. It's innate for them to give that kind of advice. It's innate for them to look after you. And another thing she said was, if you consider me your friend, then why would you think my intent would be anything to hurt you? Why would you think it would
Right.
be anything to other than love?
Especially
So
if I'm giving you positive advice and trying to help you get through things and to avoid bad situations, how do you take that as okay? I understand the person may take it as mother advice because they get that also from their mother. So it must be you that's going through something, and that you feel like when someone's talking to you genuinely, that it's a mother advice because they care about you. And like, I'm telling you this, it's hard to find someone that will have your back to the end and genuinely care about you and give you real good advice. You know,
mhm,
so so I took it for me as if I'm giving you some good advice and trying to help you avoid bad situations, and then you shut me down and get mad at me and don't want to talk to me more anymore because you feel that I'm giving you too much advice. But the thing is, you're asking me questions, and then you're telling me things that's gonna cause me to have a response. This is me responding, but I'm not saying anything negative. I'm just giving my opinion on what you should do. You don't have to do those things. That's my thing, is you don't have to do anything no one tells you. So if it's advice that someone giving you, how can that make you not want to be their friend because they're trying to give you advice and try to help you? That's something I just still to this day don't get, because that's how me and one person stop being friends. Well, I would say, yeah, stop being friends because they felt that I was too I volunteer too much advice, that it became so much that it felt like I was being a mom instead of being a friend. But I was looking at, I was trying to actually talk to my sister and give my sister some sisterly advice that I didn't know it came out as a mother. But then you held in this grudge and irritation with me, right? Because you was feeling this way for a long time, that you allow an incident of me giving advice to you cause you to not want to be my friend anymore because you felt I was giving too much advice, but you knew this a long time. Then you was not obviously my real friend, because you should have been able to tell me a long time ago, or whenever, like, okay, like you said, when I'm talking, just let me talk. Don't give me any advice. I just want you to listen to me. Just let me vent. That's
Mhm.
different. But if you're asking questions, questions come with a response. And if I'm giving a response as like a mother response to you, that's not to me a mother. That's someone caring about you, and I'm trying to help you. And so that's how I looked at that. And I'm trying to figure out, can you give somebody too much, can you volunteer too much help and not be a friend? I didn't know such thing.
I do think that there can be information overload. I think that sometimes friends, if it's a sister, sometimes a sister just want a friend and not a sister, or some people just want a friend and not a motherly advice. So I think it's going to be on your part. The work is going to be more on you to refrain, pull back, and know when to give and lay it on them. But use your
Right.
communication skills and say, hey, you know me, I'm gonna give it to you raw, real raw. I tell my friends all the time, don't ask me unless you want it 100. Which way you want it? You want it thin slice? How you want it sliced? Thin, thick, or medium?
But the thing is, the person knows that I give real, raw advice. If you ask me something, I'm going to give you my honest opinion because I am genuinely trying to help you. So if you
But
know
what if
that
they're
and you
saying?
tell me,
But what if they're saying, I need you to give it to me a different way now, without saying it? Maybe they're struggling with the 100%
then
Mary
maybe
right.
they should have spoken up and said that, instead of just like, oh my God, I hate talking to you because it always ended up like you're my mom. You're talking to me as a mom. No, the thing is, my thing with me is, if I have a friend, I don't really see them as friends. If I'm real close to somebody, I see them now as a relative. You either my brother or you're gonna be my sister. If I see you as a friend, I don't really overload like that. I don't really give you advice unless you ask for it, you know. And I don't even care about what you're doing. But if you're someone close to me, and I know that you can get yourself hurt, or you're doing something or you continue to keep doing the same thing over and over again because you've been blinded by certain things, I'm gonna step in there and give you advice and be like, hold on, wait, look at you keep doing this. Don't you think you need to do it this way? Okay, you've done this for so many years. Don't you want to try it this way? That's all that I was doing. And I felt that if I'm giving you advice, I genuinely care about you. So for you to tell me by me giving you advice overload, that is bothering you, I felt some type of way because I was like, I care about you as a person, so I'm trying to help you. But then you feel like I was like being, I guess the person felt was talking down to them too because of the advice that I was giving. But how can I talk? Well, I guess it is possible. But to me, I was saying, how can I be talking down to you when you're asking me questions and I'm saying, okay, so if you do this, this is what's going to happen. If you do that, that's what's going to happen. If you feel that's a mother, I'm sorry. I'm a genuine person. If you don't want me to give natural advice to you, don't ask me anything. But I didn't know that was gonna cause us to not be friends because I'm caring about your future. Because I was tired of seeing you, continue to do the same thing over and over again. And like I said, I don't see when I'm close to somebody, I don't see them no more as just being friends. I see them as being either my brother or my sister, depends on who they are. So I just took it as me, trying to really help this person, and give my honest opinion. But I guess it backfired on me. I say it backfired. And I guess I'm learning now that when somebody wants your opinion, a lot of times they don't. They
Oh yeah,
think they want,
a lot of people can't take the truth.
and that's what I think it boils down to. What it was is that the truth was hurting so much that it was like, damn, this girl is always fucking right. I'm tired of this stuff. I'm tired of it. If I come to her, I think I'm going to get this response from her because I want to do this, but she always find tell me the way that I'm supposed to go, but I wanted to tell me the wrong way, so I feel comfortable doing what I want to do because I don't want to do the right thing. I think that is the problem what I was getting with this person. Because they want me to agree with them to continue to do the wrong thing, but I'm not going to. Why would I do that to you? Why? If you care about somebody, why would you want them to do the wrong thing?